Dodging Game, Combo Collector, and Festival. High dollar book sold on eBay. Welcome to the top 10 high CGC comic books sold on eBay, June 24th to 27th. Cover number 10, we have Fantastic Four, issue 1, CZ, and also Signature Series, 2.5. First, the Fantastic Four came out in 1961, signed by Stan Lee right here. And asking price was $7,599, but it's actually sold for $7,100. So let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, we have a 2.5 right here, standing signature right there, and then this book sold as high as 17,400. So that's a decrease of 10,300. This is back in September 2021. All right, then let's check one right here. We have one, another one right here. Sold for $9,000 back in September 2024. And then let's check one more. One sold for $9,000 back in September 2020. And you know what? Let's do one more. And then one sold for $8,700 back in November 2020. Coming number 9, Tales of Suspense, issue 39. This one came out in March 1963. Grade CZ 3.5. First appearance of Iron Man. The sold price was $7,805.16. So let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, we have a 3.5 right here. And then this book sold as high as $10,500. So that's a decrease of $2,695. This is back in July 2021. Let's go one right here. One sold for $10,200 back in June of 2022. And then let's do one more. One sold for $9,000 back in August of 2023. Coming number 8, Incredible Hulk issue 181, grade CZ 9.2, white pages. This one came out in 1974. First appearance of Wolverine. The asking price was $8,950, but it's actually sold for $8,502.50. But let's go over to GPA. Oh wait, GPA here. We have 9.2 right here. Let's go across. This was the one that was just on eBay. 9-day average, 12-month average, 2025 average, and then 2024 average right here. So it seems like it's it's an uptick. It's almost $1,000 more than these two numbers right here. All right, so let's go down here. The book sold as high as $19,800. So that's a decrease of $11,297. And then let's go over here. In 2026, 12 was reported. And the high is $8,800, low $5,655. That's a good deal right there. Whoever got that book. And $19,800 was back in 2021. Coming number 7, Invisible number 1, grade CZ 9.8. First print. This came out in 2003 by Image Comics, produced by Kurtman. Asking and sold price is $9,500. This is like the highest ever. I've been tracking this on eBay, and so let's check out some of eBay sold prices. Oh, this is June 26th, $9,500, and then June 19th, just last week, $8,000 best offer. His $6,900. This is back in January, and then we have like $8,000 best offers. Yeah, this book seems like keep going higher and higher. Eventually it's on peak sometime though, and it's gonna go back down. I think they just finished new season. I forgot how many seasons they have right now on Amazon, but it's actually really good though, and they're gonna keep making more seasons. But the comic book series ended already though, so I don't think it's gonna have too much. You can't go too high anymore though. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Coming number 6, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle issue 1. This one came in 1984 by Mirage. First print, CZ first 7.5. First appearance of the Turtles. Asking price was $11,150, but that's just sold for $10,500. So let's go over to Heritage. Over to Heritage right here. We have a 7.5 right here, and this book sold as high as $12,000. So that's a drop of $1,500. And this is back in September 2022. Now 7.5, and this one was $7,875 back in December 2022. And then we have another 7.5 right here, and so for 10,800 back in November 2023. Coming number 5, Amazing Spider-Man issue 1, CGC 4.5, off-white white pages. Also have guest appearance of the Fantastic Four. The asking price was $12,200, but that's sold for $11,500. So let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, we have 4.5 right here, and then this book sold at $17,400. So that's a decrease of $5,900. This is back in May of 2022. And then we have one sold for $16,800 back in August 2022. And then let's see one more. We have one sold for $16,800 back in January 2022 there. Coming number 4, Submariner Comics, issue 1. This one came in 1941, grade CGC 5.0. First Nazi battle, Britain invasion. This is, the South should put down that this is the qualified grade right here, the green label right there. And then this one have the best offer except for $19,000, but sold for $15,000. So let's go over the Heritage. Okay, Heritage. With the blue label right here, that's not what we want. We want the green label right here, 5.0 right here. And this one sold for $7,200. So that's an increase of $7,800 though. And this was sold back in October 2025 right here. Coming up for Incredible Hulk issue 1, grade CGC 3.5. This one came in 1962, Silver Age Marvel Grail book. Asking price was $17,888, but sold for $16,250. So let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, we have a 3.5 right here, and this book sold as high as $24,000. So that's a drop of $7,500. This is back in August of 2022. And then we have one right here, sold for $24,000 back in June of 2022. And then let's do one more. And when one sold for $21,000 back in June of 2021. Coming number 2, Daredevil issue 1, grade CGC 9.0, off-white white pages. This one came in 1964 by Marvel Comics. First appearance in Audio Daredevil. And also we have Karen Page and Foggy in this book. Asking price was $18,650, but it's actually sold for $17,500. So let's go over to Go Collect. Go Collect, we have a 9.0 right here. And then this book sold as high as $36,000. So that's a decrease of $18,500. Unfortunately, not too many data. The one that was just on eBay is not even listed on Go Collect yet. But high $20,900 and a low $18,000. So the one that was sold on eBay was $17,500. So this will need to be updated right here. Let's go over here. So $36,000 was back in January 2022 there. Come number 1 for this week, we have 1962 Amazing Fantasy 15, grade CGC 1.8, first appearance of Spider-Man. The asking price was $23,995. Unfortunately, I could not find what it was sold for because this was just listed yesterday. Sold yesterday. But I think it's kind of high because right now there's one on eBay for 1.8, having asking price was $21,000, and this one sold for a little less than $24,000. So this seems kind of high, but let's go by what this number is, and let's go with the Heritage. Over Heritage, we have a 1.8 right here, and this book sold as high $28,800. So that's a drop of $4,805. This is back in January 2022. And then we have one sold for $19,200 back in October 2022. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week.